This time I would like to say a few words about NKVD. This is the famous Soviet formation that was responsible for many crimes against humanity and so on. This formation was one of the many formations that was committing crimes in the name of Bolshevism. The Narodny Komisariat Wnutriennych Dzieł was only one of many. I am dressed more or less as a Narodny Komisar. I have a reconstruction of the cap. I have more or less proper trousers with this ornament, but this is just plainly Soviet thing, not necessarily an NKVD. Okay, so it was one of the many formations, and there were many other formations. Maybe this is the reason why this uniform seems to us, it appears to us as a little bit less sinister than this one you will see in the screen now. Am I not right? Okay, so why is exactly that we think that the Bolshevist crimes seem to us as less radical than Nazi crimes? I think there are several reasons. One of the reasons is sometimes given that the Nazis were killing, for instance, Jewish intelligentsia, and when the Jewish elites were going throughout the world and were talking about this, and this became more popular. And also the second reason is that maybe because I think that the Bolsheviks also killed many people out of the elites and intellectual elites that has written many accounts on the crimes and so on. So, but the other reason very often given is and presented is that Germany, being in the central part of Europe, is far more attracting our attention as everything that concerns Europe and European history and Western history, as a matter of fact. So we are more concentrated on German crimes. The other thing is that German Reich, the Third Reich, was lived only for like existed only for like it's not so easy thing to say how many years exactly, but because this system was evolving, but for something a bit more than a decade. So, whereas the Soviet Union existed for many decades. Soviet Union was also known to humanity, to all the people, not only from the period of very many crimes and so on, this of course too, but also had its own perestroika, the more happy happy times. So we are more scared of Nazi crimes as an effect. Although it shouldn't be so, because communists have murdered far more people. But the other thing is, I think that this the responsibility for Bolshevist crimes is divided into many formations. Because, for instance, Cheka was being in use alongside NKVD, alongside Narodny Komisariat Wnutriennych Dzieł. So it wasn't the thing that it was only one formation that committed all the crimes from this period to this period. No. NKVD was responsible for a great terror in the years 1933-1939, when Stalin has killed many, like 5 million people, which were not Stalinist enough, to put it mildly, and the NKVD was playing a very big role in this terror. But in the same time, more or less in the same time, we had the Holodomor in the Ukraine. So when the Soviets murdered over 3 million Ukrainians, causing the general hunger in the Ukraine.